We'd like to say a special good afternoon to our special invited guests. A special good afternoon to our sponsors and members of the Commancheros and Associates Mass Committee was established in 1983 with the objective of promoting, preserving, and developing the unique cultural aspects of Grenadian carnival product. Since its formation, the organization has been producing carnival presentations which have maintained the tradition of having a steel band orchestra as part of its name. The creativity of the group has been tried and tested, having experimented with a variety of concepts and design styles. This has enabled us to capture the coveted title of Band of the Year 22 times, thus being the most prominent band in Spice. Our 2013 presentation is Moods and Attitudes. I would like to take this time off now to call the Acting Tourism Minister, Ms. Brenda Hood, to just give us a few words.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and good evening to everyone. It's a pleasure to be here this evening on behalf of the Ministry and to say that the Ministry of Culture gives its full support to the art form. I want to say that it's over 30 years, you said 30 years you have been operating Commancheros and Associates, and it tells me for any mass band to be around for that length of time, it tells me that they are very professional, there is high quality, and they have a team of people who really support them. I know that this year's carnival will be better than in the past because we are doing all that we can to make it a reality. Many of you are aware that we will be launching carnival on Saturday on the Carnage, and I'm certain Commancheros and Associates will be part of that launch. I want to say to everyone listening here today that whatever band that you would like to play in, we want to see as many people as possible participate, because carnival is a people's thing. If you don't get involved as the people, then nothing happens. I want to commend the organizers of this evening's event and to say to you, this is one way to go, and I want to implore on you that I believe that we should begin to launch our carnival and our events even earlier than June. So the ministry will be looking at next year so that we can start very early and we can promote our carnival, we can promote our culture throughout the year. These are some new initiatives that we are thinking about. We are going to involve the stakeholders so we can hear from you, because you also know what is good for you and we don't have all the answers. So once again, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm glad that you have invited us at the ministry, and we will continue to work together with all of the stakeholders to make sure that the cultural art moves from strength to strength. So once again, I congratulate you on this media launch, and I believe it's a very good initiative, and hope that the other bands will do the same. Thank you so much.
We now invite Mr. Arthur Hostin, Chairman of the Spice Mass Corporation.
Minister Hood, Mr. Angus Steele, General Manager of Lime, Sir Richard Strawn and Mrs. Strawn. Other invited guests, Jenny Woodruff, CEO of SMC, former Minister of Culture, Ollie Gill, other members of Commancheros Executive. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On behalf of the Spice Mass Corporation, we want to congratulate Commancheros and Associates for that venture this afternoon. We think that's the right way to go, and we want to encourage all the other bands to do the same. We think that if every aspect of Carnival, of Spice Mass, Mass Band and Calypso, we do something like that, we may end up having a better product. We think that early planning and initiatives like this is the way to go. We are sure that the way that Commancheros does things, and it is proven by the amount of award-winning carnival title, that they are doing something right. We do not, and we could say we haven't heard from them crying down for subvention. And we think that bands have to be independent, they have to be innovative, and that is the way to go in every aspect of Carnival. So this evening's function is really good and is one that others should look at. So I want to thank you for the opportunity to be here. I want to thank all the others aspect of Carnival who are here and who are trying to make that effort also. So once again, congratulations, and we do look to a successful Carnival. As Minister said, we invite everyone to come out for the launch of Carnival of Spice Mass on Saturday, starting from 3. Thanks.
All right, now we'd like to invite the official sponsor of Carnival, Mr. Angus Steele, Country Manager of Lime.
Good evening. Acting Minister of Tourism, Culture, Civil Aviation, Senator Brenda Hood, the Chairman of the Spice Mass Corporation, Auto Hosting, CEO Jenny Woodruff. I also recognize some of the sponsors of Spice Mass 2013 here, Mr. Strong and Mrs. Strong. I recognize representatives from Marina Distillers. I recognize representatives from Nemwell here, and many others. And I will make the clarion call as usual. It will be so nice to see other businesses and general managers and managing directors here this evening to show their support, not just for this media launch for Commancheros Mass Band 2013, but for their support to Spice Mass 2013. I also recognize the presence of the media, the Commancheros Steel Band, and of course my friends, my family, my co-workers at Lime. Good afternoon to all, and to Port Louis, of course, who has been gracious and grateful in allowing Commancheros Mass Band to do this for quite a few years. It is indeed a pleasure for us at Lime to once again support the Commancheros Mass Band. As was said, they're in existence for about 30 years, and Arthur didn't mention it, but in those 30 years they have gained or awarded or was successful in having the title of Band of the Year for 20 years out of the 30 years in existence. 22 years. I'm so sorry. So 22 of 30 years, and it's a band that we've been supporting for the last 4 years. It's a very good relationship. It blends very well for us with our support of the Steel Band, which we've been doing for over 20 years. So it's a perfect marriage for us in supporting and sponsoring not just the Steel Band, but also the Mass Band for the last 4 years. We do know Commancheros is the only band, as in Mass Band and Steel Band, that is always on the road every single year. And it's the only Mass Band that has a Steel Band that accompanies it on the road, sticking to tradition, something that no other band can boast about. So we look forward to a great year again. I do take the call of the Honorable Senator in saying that we wish to see other bands coming forward earlier and as early as possible, because then it gives a longer time for people to make choices, a longer time for people to build the energies that we need to get into Spice Mass so that it becomes a better product year in, year out, year after. So congratulations, the family at Lime would support the Commancheros Mass Band this year. We are the title sponsor of Spice Mass 2013, and this is sponsorship we're given, which is actually outside of the agreement with the Spice Mass Corporation, and one of the many things we'll be doing for Carnival as we support Grenada's biggest national event and Grenada's biggest national product. So we wish the band all success. I have no doubt that they will be successful, and we look forward to an enjoyable evening when we look at the costumes and we look at what the band plans to deliver this year. Lime is on your side. The Spice Mars Corporation is on your side. The businesses represented here today are on your side. And let's all have a great carnival. Thank you.
All right, moving along. We now have Mr. Richard Strong, Managing Director of Netherlands Insurance.
Thank you very much, Madam Chairperson, Madam Minister, Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, fellow sponsors. I'd also like to recognize the former Minister and the CEO of Spice Mars Corporation. Netherlands Insurance is only 20 years old, so we are younger than Commancheros band, who is 30. But even as a young company, a young entity, it was very easy for us to come on board and support this year, in particular, moods and attitudes, and in general, the Commancheros Mass Band. As many of you are fully aware, Netherlands Insurance are very much involved in supporting the performing arts, and that range from violin and ballet to soca, steel pan, and mass. Mass is nothing more than theater. There's costume, there's dance, there's action, there's music. The only difference is it's not on a stage, it's on the street. The street, the road becomes the stage. And so we are very, very happy to be involved, particularly with Commancheros Mass Band, who have shown over the years not only success in terms of results, but success in terms of the way they go about business. Simple things like just the prospectus for sponsorship and the level of organization and professionalism that Andre Gwynedd, for example, has shown, I think has to be applauded. And finally, we are beginning to see business coming into Carnival. And so again, as we launch today, I want to congratulate the members of Commancheros Mass Camp, and to say that Netherlands Insurance will continue not only to support Spice Mars at the national level as we do, but also at the individual levels such as Commancheros Mars. Thanks again.
Moving now to Danny Donovan, Marketing Manager of Camper and Nichols.
Good evening, good evening. Since protocol has been maintained already, I just want to say pleasant good evening to everyone. Port Louis is once again very, very pleased to be one of the sponsors of Commancheros. Every year we get at least 20 of our guests to actually come and play with Commancheros. And it's been, culturally, it's been an amazing thing for the guests that come to the Marina. Andre in particular, and all of the ladies up at the Mars camp up there, every year they bring us up on a Friday. They organize food for the guests. They organize drinks for the guests. The guests actually get involved in some cases sewing costumes and just get learning how to play steel band, you name it. For us, it is a fantastic thing because our guests actually get a feel of Grenada and get a feel for the culture of Grenada, but also feel a part of the process. So every year, hopefully we'll continue supporting this, and hopefully we'll get more and more tourists getting out there and actually enjoying it. Another benefit is that the tourists actually go back and they write stories about their experience in Grenada and how authentic it is and how many friends they have met. And they write blogs out there, so they actually get quite a bit of information out there for us. So once again, on behalf of myself, General Manager Glenn Thomas, and the staff of Port Louis, we are very pleased to be one of the sponsors. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We now move to Brand Manager for Carib, Mr. Jelani Green.
Pleasant good afternoon to everybody. Of course, would like to start off by congratulating the Spice Mars Corporation, first of all, for putting things in place for Carnival this year, as well as Commancheros for being one of the stalwarts of Grenadian Carnival. And of course, Carib being part of Grenada, Grenada's #1 bear. It's part of you, part of me. We are proud to again be sponsoring Commancheros on their efforts this year to make Carnival 2013 a success. Of course, I would like to invite everyone to give them a round of applause. They have been at this for a number of years now, and I'm very excited for one to see what they have to offer this year. You have that feeling that it's going to be something that we've never seen before. It's going to be lifting the standards of what we have for Carnival 2013. And of course, Carib is more than happy to be part of that. We love the creativity of Commancheros. You've been dedicated, and we would like to, of course, always reward that dedication with our hard-earned cash to help push you forward into 2013 and the future. Of course, as I said again, Commancheros has been around. I like to reiterate that for a very long time, because quite often we find that a lot of the persons who start off, they don't really end up with us. And they drop off along the ways, and a lot of new things have started and stopped, but Commancheros have not been one of them. And I really believe that they should be commended, and for the hard work that they have put in. I know that they've even taken the mass band level, the activities at the camp, the steel pan, the costume creating, taking it to another level to get the younger generation involved. And even if you look outside and you look at the players, you'll see a lot of the young ones, second, third generation to come. So we are quite happy about that. I know the members of the Spice Mass Cooperation, the minister is also here, would also be excited to see that we know our future is secure with Carnival. We know that we have a lot more to look forward to. And again, of course, Carib is happy to be part of that. Real excitement, real Grenadian, real Carnival, real game. Thank you.
Now we have Mr. Ruel Edwards, Manager of Grenada Distillers.
Thank you, Senator Brenda Hood, the Ministry of Culture, and the other specially invited guests, fellow sponsors. I noticed my comrade from the Grenada Breweries took a line out of Grenada's #1. And we know that Clark's Court is Grenada's #1 rum. So he dropped the rum and he said, "Beer, I was hoping you didn't make a mistake. You're my good buddy." Grenada Distillers, we are extremely pleased to formally come on board with the Commancheros and Associates to endorse what they're doing for Carnival. Over the years, we would have supported different events in a small way. And we've always been around, but we've never taken that whole step to get involved throughout the entire Carnival process. And we've taken that bold initiative, that concerted effort to put back some resources into Carnival to support the culture, because we believe that we can be a beneficiary of it, but to really support the good initiatives that have been undertaken over a number of different years. And looking at the work that Lime Commancheros have been doing, I've been a former pan player myself when it was cable and wireless. When I looked at the proposal that was presented to us through the discussions even last night, I was able to say to Andre that we are going to be a part of it. I may not be able to tell you right now exactly how much funds you're going to get, but you're getting a commitment coming from Clark's Court that we're going to support the initiatives, we're going to support the events, because we want to see the culture grow from strength to strength. And so today it's us from Clark's Court endorsing the launch of Lime Commancheros, endorsing Carnival, endorsing the initiatives, and saying to you that we have to support as a corporate body the different events so that it can grow, it can develop from strength to strength. If we are able to support the products and the packages that they're doing, then what they're going to put out is going to be of quality. Hopefully it's going to be much better. The patrons are going to enjoy themselves in a better way, and so the experience of Carnival is going to be one to be better, to be remembered in a nice way, and so we can export the product and get more people participating and coming to enjoy what we do here in Grenada. So once again, on behalf of Clark's Court, I realized I was told my time is up, otherwise I would talk for the whole afternoon. We just want to endorse this initiative and to wish everyone a festive and safe season. Thank you.
Finally, we'd like to speak to Robina Lewis, and she's a representative here from Fit for Life.
Protocol already established, I will be very brief this afternoon. I am the representative from Fit for Life, and with Carnival around the corner, we are basically promoting our Carnival promotion. And you do know that a healthy body and a healthy mind, it produces productivity in the workplace. And I think that all the managers here would agree with that. So basically, right now, we have specials for you, the employers and the employees, whereby you can come to the Fit for Life gym, and that is at the Spice on North, formerly known as Body and Soul. We have no registration fees right now. However, you can feel free to sign up for one of our programs, whereby if you sign up from today until the 30th of June, you will be paid a fee of $260, sorry, and that is for 3 months. So that will be effectively from whenever you start, and that will be 3 months after that. Also, because we are here, because of the Commancheros, we also have a special for them as well. We are encouraging them to come out, and you can feel free to do some exercises, including weight training and cardio, and that would be a fee, a special fee for them alone of $115. We would also be doing some aerobic classes for them as well, whereby one of our special trainers, they would be able to come to them, which is at St. Paul's, and we would be able to do some boot camp, probably some dance exercise, and that will be able to help them keep fit in terms of getting ready for Carnival. Now, if they are interested in that, it will be a fee of $50, and they can feel free. Now, anybody else that is interested, we are at that little corner right there. We do have some other special going on, but I'm not going to be long, and we do have registration forms available. So you can feel free to inquire on any other information that you may need, and you can feel free to sign up with us. Thank you so much.
Well, with that being said, I guess I'll have to check with the package for myself. All right, keep it moving, ladies and gentlemen. The ladies are ready. And we're about to bring out the presentation to you. As I said before, Commancheros and Associates presentation for 20 Carnival 2013 is Moods and Attitudes. Mr. DJ? Let's get the music right. Alright. This here, our first section, which everybody knows, is the children's section. This section is called Playful Mood, full of fun and high spirits. High spirits, frolicsome and sporty. This is the ideal mood for our junior masquerade. Indoor or outdoor, it's fun and joy as they prance and dance, displaying their symbols. We now have the envy mood. This section is a green section. In every shade of green, envy paints by impudent eye with images of lost treasures that were mine from the start. Jealousy drowns my soul and blinds my seeking eyes, yearning for what cannot be. This in a nutshell is the NBI.
Look on the sun now, really listen up. On the crowd now, really get up. The atmosphere have vibes, and nothing can work it up. The girl them a wine and stuff. We have the drinks them in and I go. We gonna party all night, all night. 24 parties we hit in a row. Tonight are the very last show. Before we are not on the road. The girl them a release the road. So let me see your hands up so. Everybody know, put your hands up so. If you're ready for the road, let your friend them know. We're ready for the road.
We now have the sad mood. The moody blues brings out agony, hurt, anguish, hopelessness, misery. But with time, out of the heart of darkness comes the light. And when all is said and done, keep smiling and say everything will be okay.
The music full of ambiance, with thousands of champion food. Everywhere you look, it's just food, and everybody in a real nice mood. We're gonna party all night, all night. Everyone with painted body, clean credit and tainted body. Nobody wanna dance by themselves, everybody wanna dance on somebody. Well, let me see your hands up so, everybody know where your hands up so. If you're ready for the road, let your friend them know. We're ready for the road.
Just be happy with who you are and not who people think you are.
Look how the sun now raising up, and the crowd now waking up. The atmosphere have vibes, and nothing can break it up, 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 and nothing can break it up.
Last but not least, we have the savage red savageness, spitting flames of fury, bitterness, and outrage. What is good about the savageness in the red before us? Going wild is that they will cool down as the embers of savage furnace fade. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, it's male and female.
We got the drinks them in and I go. We're gonna party all night, all night. 24 parties in a row. Tonight for the very last show. Oh, we're not on the road. The girl them are really still. So let me see your hands up so. Everybody know put your hands up so. If you're ready for the road, let your friend them know. We're ready for the road.
Masqueraders back on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, moods and attitudes.
We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready.
Playful mood, loving mood, envy mood, sad mood, happy mood, and savage mood.
Sing it up on the road like free. The music full of applause. Thousands of champions. Everywhere you look, just food. And everybody in the real is food. We're gonna party all night, all night. Everyone with painted body. Drink credit and tainted money. Nobody wanna dance by themselves. Everybody wanna dance on somebody. Well, let me see your hands up so. Everybody know where your hands up so. If you're ready for the road, let the friend them know. We're ready for the road.
Ladies and gentlemen, Commancheros and Associates would like to thank everyone for coming out today and showing their support. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Glenelg Spring Water, Transnemworld Insurance, Independent Agencies, Koyaba, Flamboyant, Lime, Carib, Netherlands, Fit for Life, Tampa and Nicholson, and Grenada Distillers. Anybody having requiring any information or questions, they can contact any member of the Commancheros committee. Have a blessed afternoon, everybody.